Hey guys, it's Zed here again. I have a new video for you with censorship. I'm gonna narrow it down to censorship on music, like songs and stuff. Like, if you think about it, you look deep into the content of every song. I don't even know if that's how you use content, but you get what I'm saying, right? Right? You get what I'm saying? Yeah, man, it's cool, right? Alright, but anyways, dude, if you get, like if you look into a song like, let's take the Beatles, how about? Here Comes the Sun. That's a pretty famous song. John Lennon writes songs for peace. Well, guess what? John Lennon's dead now for his songs of peace. Because probably someone else, the guy who shot him, even though he was a little cuckoo in the, whatever that place was, brain. Is that a brain? Yeah, right? In the brain. You might have realized, well, Here Comes the Sun. That's not peaceful because heliophobic dysentery. Yeah, you're probably thinking, what the hell is that? Well, it's this disease where you're afraid of the sun. So if we're saying, here comes the sun, well then, they're going to die. They're going to be afraid of the sun. You don't want to...
They're going to be, all they're doing is listening to the radio for some nice music because they're not God inside. And then here comes the sun, and they start crying and die.
Exactly. You really want to hear a song like this, Here Comes the Death? It's kind of like Bring on the Death, alright? You don't want that, alright? What do you... I mean, I looked up... You'd be probably thinking, heliophobic dysentery? What the heck? You probably made that up. Well, guess what? Wikipedia. Look that up. .org. It's not .com, alright? .com is for losers. .org, alright? What do you have to say about that?
Nah, Wikipedia's pretty good, but you know what another song? Okay, Soulja Boy. What the heck is Soulja Boy? There's no point in... It's not even how you spell Soulja.
See that? Support your troops, alright? Spell soldier correctly, okay? Come on. It's right. Come on.
Okay. Soulja Boy. What's this you thing? Oh, yeah, man, I'm gonna go you. No, you're not gonna go you because nobody knows what that means. But where does Superman come from? Soulja Boy. Still not how you spell Soulja Boy.
Alright, these Americans, they make me laugh. Ha ha ha. Now I'm gonna bring out another song. Icebox by Omarion, alright? I think it's number 3 on iTunes as of about, like, I don't know, maybe 2 months ago. But, like, 2 months from when we made this video, alright? Don't try to be smart asses by, like, saying, oh, no, that was 3 months ago, because it's been a video 2 months ago, but I watched a month later. Alright, don't try that on me, alright? So other 2 songs that are ahead of her, like, Dance Like There's No Tomorrow or something. I know, dude. Seriously. Paula Abdul, dude. Oh my god, dude. Have you ever seen her nose, dude? One time I saw this tabloid that said she was on drugs. Had a picture of her picking her nose. That's not cool. And what about that guy, what's his name, Florida? He sings low. She hit the floor. What the hell is she supposed to be doing on the floor? Pointless song. Icebox is number 1 on iTunes. Hypothetically speaking, I guess. Alright? Hypothetically, this doesn't mean true, alright? Alright? Hypothetically, I'm gonna look that word up on
I know, there's this like kid I know that goes to my school. He's like crazy about it.
And he's the principal's son.
I know. And then like one of his friends, man, is like annoying about whatever.
Alright, we'll skip that for now. Look at a different website.
You go on Icebox.
Alright, Icebox. Alright, what if you got trapped in an icebox? Would you be having fun right now if you were in an icebox?
Hypothermia, people!
Exactly. Hypothermia comes from being cold. It's cold in iceboxes. Enough said.
You know what other song I can't stand?
What?
You know this elevator, that Flow Rider. Who the hell's name is Flow Rider?
Okay, go to Florida.
I know, but I think it's Flow Rider. Whatever. Okay, who makes a song about an elevator? That's like, it's like, there's this part of it that says, get in my elevator. That's like, get in my stairs. Why do you make a song about an elevator? It's elevator. It's supposed to be so you don't have
Clean the water out, dude. This is just a message for Flow Rider, alright? Clean the water out of your ears, alright? Because Hurricane Katrina was a few years ago. It should be gone by now. Gosh. And now, here's a song. Chris Brown, very famous, Have you ever heard the song Wall to Wall? I'll admit it's a pretty good song, but I was looking deep into the content. Again, I don't know what that means, but I was looking deep into the content.
Deep.
Very deep. Right? And then
My
I
hood is
noticed,
so deep.
if you go from wall to wall, what if you slip and hit your head?
On the wall.
Yes, exactly, on the wall. What if I just went up to you, pulled off a Zidane headbutt on the wall? That would hurt you and the wall. Just because the wall is made out of living.
Maybe that's not your wall.
Yeah. Okay, vandalism right there. What if you dented the wall? Forget about you, the wall. That could hurt. But now let's focus on you because you're going to be selfish like most Americans are. Okay? What if you slipped or no, you wouldn't slip. You hit the wall on your head. You're all doozly-woozly. You trip. Alright? You land on a knife. You could poke your eye out. That's bad.
Yeah, that's bad. You know what? Okay. You know what other songs I can't stand? Deep Fly High. Okay. You know, you gotta keep a good beat, but I know a lot of people that are scared to fly. Scared to fly. Dude, there's been a lot of people that have died flying. And then he goes bowling, flying and bowling.
Plus, if you're bowling, like in b-ball, that's how the dance goes, like,
Bowling.
alright, dude, that's basketball. Andrew Bynum, dyslexation. I think that's how you pronounce that.
Yeah.
Dyslexation, subluxation, right around there.
You know what my
Injury. Parents, overprotective, don't want injuries.
There's a kid I know who he could sue that song because he kind of rhymes with saying his name, Paulin. You know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying.
But you go next time.
Yeah, you also add to that, you're gonna Paul into the casket. So if you're watching that video, maybe you get what I'm saying. Paul casket. Okay, moving on, dude. Anyways, what's another song I could do? Take You There, how about? We can move to the tropics, surely I can take you there. Oh my god, dude, I know.
Don't even get me started.
Okay, dude, I can take you there. Maybe you're just taking back in a back alley, or a dark alley, no one can see. You rape me.
Yeah.
Last time I checked the F word, I won't say it out loud because I'm not a loser who swears for fun. Unlike some people I know. Right? Exactly. But anyways, moving back on. What? The F word's named after that word. I don't think you want to imagine that. You move to the tropics. What if, the tropics for, Bin Laden? That's like hell. You don't want to go to hell.
But maybe some people can't afford to take you there. Okay? But most of the 90% of the people that I bet listen to your songs, okay, can't take you there.
Exactly. Enough said.
Now, what song do you think would be good? Oh, Bon Jovi's Shot Through the Heart. Don't even get me started. Okay. Some people have actually been shot through the heart. They're dead, or they're paraplegic. Okay? Or a vegetable. Paraplegic kind of technique. Okay, so why would you want to be shot through the heart while involving love? That is not love if somebody shot you through the heart. And then it says, I love you. No, that is not right. So this is our end of using number 1.
Alrighty, check back later.
Check back.
Don't listen to these songs anymore.